Is it not the most beautiful thing? Look at it. So gorgeous. It's kind of glitching out over there. Can I break that safely? Yep. Okay, so I didn't need the corners, darn it. And it's still assembled even with the corners, huh? Yeah, that's weird. Hello everyone, this is Kosher Bacon. Welcome back to Minecraft Stoneblock, where I have just constructed the Tier 7 energy core. 2.14 trillion, baby. That's the, yeah, that was the old limit. And then 1.10 happened, and Draconic Evolution was like, hey, you know what our power storage needs? Higher capacity, because we were tired of people filling these things up, right? So we decided to build something that could never be filled up. And you know what? Someone, like, filled it up 24 hours after it was released, I'm sure. So we're gaining about, oh, 10th, 100th, 1,000th of a percent every second or so. Gaining about 700,000 RF per tick. You know what sounds better, though? 25 million RF per tick sounds better. Yep. And that can run indefinitely. There's nothing to stop that from just running. Like, it's just emeralds for EMC. That's all that costs. Yeah, I'll let that do its thing for a bit, I guess. Well, that was fun. Exciting. Oh, frame rate. Maybe I won't let that thing run. Nope, frame rate has defeated me. Honestly, I don't care if it runs either way, but if it's going to affect performance, which it will, because it exists, you know? Because that's just how modded Minecraft is. It's a balance between fun and performance. Like, running super fast like this is terrible for my frame rate, but I'm still doing it because it's convenience. Also, I adjusted the Draconic Evolution GUI to be a little less obstructive, hopefully. It does cover some parts of chat, though, but that's fine. Okay, then. So, last episode we did a couple things, the big thing being that we set up this. The Singularity Generator thingy. Which is actually done? Question mark? Oh wow, this thing's about to be done. I mean, that's crazy. You aren't supposed to be running, though. Yeah, okay, it was just finishing up what was inside of it. Holy smokes, I was expecting this to take a couple episodes, but it's done. We did it. It's over. Like, that, game over, man. Holy smokes. Never active. Never active. Never active. Well, alrighty then. Like, I mean, did I... Wow. I apologize if I'm a little speechless here. I just really wasn't expecting this to be done already. Like, how do you even... No, wait, this one still needs to run for a bit. So is this one? No, this one's good. And this one? Almost done. Crazy. Crazy, crazy game. Yeah, no, these all have in them. So, yeah, there's our singularities. Every single one of them. Except for the bad one, which is probably what I'm going to tackle this episode. So if this doesn't sound interesting to you, feel free to not watch this episode. I would not blame you. This, that's, yeah. Let's go grab a storage crate. Just stick our singularities in there. So, I guess it's a good thing we got these anyways. Let's get the rest of the compressors, because this is probably going to take a while. Fluxed Electrum. I was looking at it just a little bit. Fluxed Electrum. Oh boy. We need so many of these. 24,750. There are Fluxed Electrum seeds. We could go about it that route. They produce this essence. And it's worth half an ingot per essence, yeah? So that's a thing. Sorry, I want to sneeze, but I don't. But is there any other way of getting it? Chickens, for example, could be a way. Alternatively, there's got to be some other way to get it that can be EMC'd, right? Induction smelting sand plus fluxed electrum blend. Wasn't there a method with crafting the ingots into it, I thought? Like, do we have to pulverize it? Because that's just going to make life so much worse. You can do it with 2 Electrum. Does Electrum ingots? Okay, so Electrum ingots have an EMC value. And you can pulverize it into Electrum dust, easy enough. And then from there, craft it with the redstone, which, you know, that's not too hard to make. Alternatively, fluid transposer, the Electrum blend, that gets you the fluxed Electrum. Then you got induction smelt that. So that's a 3-step process. Plus, you got a magma crucible, so that's a 4-step or a 4-machine process. And even if we set that thing running right now, it would probably take 20 episodes to be done. Although that's only if we made one of them. I don't know. We should make fluxed Electrum seeds just because we want to. Here, let's get ourselves the crafting. Soup. Get ourselves one more of these, sure. Okay. Here, Electrum seed. It's okay. Fluxed Electrum seeds. We have them, yeah. So here, we got all the Draconium we needed to make the thing, so we can go rip out the Draconium flux-infused thingy over here. And stick Fluxed Electrum in here instead. And just tell it to forget this. Apply. Apply, okay. And just tell it to forget that this was ever a thing. Backpack. Where's my pack? Did I put it in? No, couldn't have. Oh, that had stuff in it. Where'd it go? I hope it didn't get, like, deleted somehow. That would suck. Did I convert it to EMC, maybe? No, I just put it in here. Okay, what did I even need the backpack for? I've completely forgotten now. I should really not have all this stuff in here, to be honest. It's just a hazard waiting to happen, because I don't know what half of this stuff is anymore. I wanted something here, I just don't remember what. Grr. Oh yeah, that's right, I want the flux-infused axe of all things. Then just break this. Okay, lock that, pull these out, tell it to remember the internal buffer, then tell it to do this, keep that in internal, apply, remember, this to here, apply, and that goes to external. So this will take approximately, do I even want to do the math? You can see how slow it is, just look at it. And granted, we could speed it up. Instead of this, we could have it like output the seeds to a hopper, so on and so forth. But I really, like, that wouldn't speed it up fast enough, I don't think. Maybe? I mean, I don't even think we have an input available for us to do it. We would have to have an output over here. To be fair, there is an item conduit here. Here, let's just get a cache. Or actually a strong box, because we made a whole bunch of them. So for the sake of testing this, insert on there, extract on that, always active, and let's actually make that red and extract on black, just so we don't accidentally screw with some channels somewhere else. So now tell this guy always to extract on red, and insert on black. So now, if we take out the monoculture cycle, and we configure this guy here to always output, well, it has to be input-output, doesn't it? So now we'll input over here and output from over here. So I guess it has to be a cache, and then we gotta... Okay, 1 second. Really? Oh, I don't have any in storage. Silly person. So we have a cache, right? And we're gonna need more seeds. Let's get 2 more. Go Electrum seed. Okay then, so grab our cache, and this is just for the sake of having a thing that we can lock. pop it in here, lock it. Okay, so now the only thing that can go in there... Where's my seeds? Did they get deleted? That's fine, make 2 more. Or actually, hold on, I know what happened. They went in here. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Just 2... Oh, now we're out of essence. That's fine. So now if we take out the monoculture cycle and we get another auxiliary reception coil... Because I'm thinking we could set up huge arrays of this thing, right? So here. Remove monoculture cycle. Pop this in here. It's slightly faster. And now when it runs out, it almost guaranteed, or does it have a guarantee 100% to duplicate the seed. So it gives you the seed back, and this isn't outputting for some reason. Why not? Probably because this isn't set to output always active. And like spike. There we go. So now, this should constantly bounce the seeds back and forth. It gets outputted, puts it in the cache, then puts it right back in. It's a monoculture cycle, but it's not one because it's a cache and some item ducts. And you can do this with thermal stuff too, but we're already using that for other things. And yeah, because this is set to a cache, the essence will always go into the crafter over here, which has already produced 5 fluxed electrum blocks. Alright, not bad. Can it produce another 24,745 of them, though? That is the question. Because theoretically, we could let this run forever, and then, yeah, we'd be done, but I don't think that's happening. I think we're going to have to EMC it. But I figure, for the sake of argument, let's make one of these things and see the rates on it. Because, I mean, that's not bad. It could be better. 3 essence every 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, about 4 seconds per operation. Math time. So, each thing is worth half an ingot. So that's 1.5 ingots every 4 sec. Per 4 seconds. We need a whole lot of ingots. Like 24,000. We'll just round it to 25,000 times 9 for the sake of simple math. And you know what? We'll make it times 8 just because that's an even 200,000, right? Yeah. 200,000 divided by 1.5. Or, you know what? We'll round it down to 1. And I realize this is screwing over the thing. But even so, 200,000 4-second operations. That's 800,000 seconds. And this is very, very, very rough, but you get the point. 800,000 seconds is a decently long amount of time. It's like 3,600 per hour. And it just, yeah, Yeah, we'd need a whole lot of these. Just to, So we're gonna have to think of a different method. Alright, you know what? We've used this area before for EMC'd stuff. Let's keep using it. Yeah, let's just go grab the Yeta wrench. It's always nice when you can tear something down because you no longer need it, right? And it's not going to be vein mineable because they're different types of chests. Grr. I just want to get this out of here. Less tile entities, better performance. Although I'm sure I'm doing plenty of things here that are really killing my performance, but we're reaching the end game here, so I'm starting to care less and less about longevity, because this is going to be over before too long, I suspect. I was so proud of this thing, and then it was so good it got done well before I intended it to. Oh, I did a very dumb, I forgot. I forgot. I have made a mistake. This was a mistake. I mean, don't get me wrong, we can store all this, but just, oh my. Thank you, Mr. Strongbox. And I can't use that on this, that's right. Which means you're probably full, aren't you? Yeah, he's full of emeralds, that's fine. Hey, remember when we did that thing? Let's do that again. Because I didn't learn that first time. Well, no, now I know what to expect. So that's going to fill up another drive right there, I think. But that's fine. Now we have all the basic these things that we could ever want. Inconvenient or inconvenient block form. Okay. We done being crazy? I want to go see the storage drawers now. Or the storage cells now. Yep. Yep, we just filled an entire disk up, I think. Alright, stick the monoculture cycle in there. Okay, then. Wand over here. What's next? What is next? We could go Cosmic Stew, but I want to set up Fluxed Electrum first. So let's think. Fluxed Electrum blocks. We make Electrum ingots via EMC. We send that to a bank of pulverizers. The pulverizers turn it into electrum dust. We then send that electrum dust over to a fluid transposer, which transposes a destabilized redstone onto it. That produces Fluxed Electrum blend. Fluid transposer. The transposer gets... Here. Why do I not have a million of these things already? Why do I keep crafting these up? Why am I so dumb? Here, grab me some emeralds. Got all these blocks now. Boop. There we go. All the machine frames a man could want. I realize it's overkill, but let's fill up these cells, right? In my Sky Factory 3 world that I did a long time ago, I was like filling up the cells faster than I could make them by the end of the thing. So here, fluid transposer. And I'm actually going to be duplicating these machines too. That's filled up by a magma crucible. That then needs to go into the induction smelter. Invar gear. Boop. Are any of these not EMCable? Nope, these are all EMCable, so I can make a billion of these if I needed to. Alright. From there, you get your ingots. You can compress those into blocks. So a compactor. Or how do you get the Flux Electrum blocks? I forget. Flux. A factorizer. That's right. The compactor used to do it, but then they split that. Factor. So, if we're going to do this, we're going to need a lot of these. Like a lot. So if we're going to do it, we're not going to do it in this dimension. We're going to take it to a different dimension. Where's a good spot? Chicken farm, why not? Did we get ourselves a snowball chicken? We did. Very nice. So now we take this guy, breed him over with the, this, right? Green plus snow equals slime. Slime. How do you get him? Clay plus cactus green. So that is not it. How do we get clay? Sand and snowball is clay, that's right. Just to confirm, though. Clay, chick. Snowball, sand. 17% chance. Alright, we'll let that run for a million years or so. Oh no. Oh no, it's filled up with garbage. I'm not gonna get the eggs. Wait a minute, I have a built-in trash can. Same thing with these, honestly, because these are probably all full, aren't they? No, they've never been configured to leave, which means that the chickens have probably just been filling them up. Yep. Alright, that's cool. It's just this one was already set to extract, so it did. Seeing as we don't need this guy anymore, I'm fine with him just filling up with his own stuff. Alright, hopefully these guys produce the clay chicken eventually. Let's go a bit of ways away. Wait, before we do that, though, we should do something. I want to check. Infinite. Alright, there we go. Now we can go all the way out over here, and boop, as long as that's loaded. Is this thing loaded? I don't know. I think it is. I believe it is. I don't think it is, actually. Look at this. Yeah, this one here is like... Yeah, it's chunk loaded now. Yay. Okay then, so just a ways out so that it's outside of rendering distance. So now we got this super flat area over here. Energy condenser to provide emeralds. This one will turn into the Electrum. Now we gotta keep this in mind, we're gonna be scaling up, so we want it to be, we don't want to make it compact, we want to think big. Bank of these these things over here. Pulverizers. Probably set to input-output because we'll be using Ender IO conduits to both power and send items. So, inputs the inputs the electrum, pulverizes it down into electrum dust. Okay, let's grab some conduits. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so next space goes over here. Goes into the fluid transposers. Now, these are going to be annoying, I think. Maybe. We'll see. I can probably set it to just input-output on the back, then input the items and fluids both. Right? Does that make sense? Point is, we'll have it go into a small thing. This is just to give me a good visualization of where things are going to be. So, we're going to have maybe an 8x8 of the pulverizers all along here, then another 8x8 of these fluid transposers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That produces the fluxed electrum dust into this small storage crate over here. Fluxed electrum dust then goes into the induction smelter, which is going to be fed sand and stuff too. So, induction smelter up over here. Oh, missed it. Just input-output from the back over here. Cool. Yeah, lock the flux slot. Good. This will be fill, obviously. This does accept... Yeah, it does. This will accept the fluids in the back. Okay. And that produces the fluxed electrum ingots. Then, I'm not sure. I think the factorizer is either able to be sped up, or we'll see how badly we need the factorizer, because we could probably get an ArfTools crafter in here and do fine. So for right now, we'll have the fluxed electrum ingots going in here. Cool. So what else is needed? This needs fluid conduits, as well as a source of the redstone, and, you know, a bank of magma crucibles. I guess we'll set that up back over here and have the fluids pumped into here. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah. This provides the electrum, this pulverizes it. This takes the pulverized thing, needs redstone to be provided to it, so let's go figure that out. If I have magma crucibles over here, and do I want to make it compact? Nah, screw that, we're not going compact today. We're going to have a portable tank. We got an empty one over here. Why not a resonant one, right? So this will be where our fluid, and I guess we'll use the ender fluid conduits for the sake of it. Well, actually, hold on, wait. We gotta be smart. Can't be dumb about this. Gotta make it tileable. So yeah, this one here will extract on green. This one here will insert on green. Okay, so the magma crucible fluids will come from over here. In the case of the magma crucibles, again, we'll have it input-output on the back, and nothing for the front. Beautiful. And again, we'll duplicate the magma crucibles, probably make an 8x8 of them. Then they just need to be fed redstone. We can feed it redstone blocks via a second energy condenser, which will be located over here. Probably have to make another matter transmitter receiver thingy for the... another matter transmitter and receiver for the network. See here, let me just look at the chunks for a second. Journey map. So we're up over here, that's down over there, this is easy. We'll create a spot using this, call it the Fluxed Electrum Works, or Fluxworks. Fluxworks. Commit, lock it so I don't delete it. Perfect. Alright, anything else I'm missing here? Power. Power can be sent via Flux Networks. Let's just grab an energy cell. Just a basic one. We'll grab a bunch of upgrade kits, because I think... Upgrade... Even if we can't, the conversion kits, even if we can't duplicate the Signellum or Resonant ones, you can duplicate up to Reinforced, then they stop having EMC. Everything these take, this, has an EMC value, I think, except for Cryotheum Dust. Why does Cryotheum not have a Blizz Powder doesn't have. Why doesn't Blizz Powder have an EMC value, Mapmaker? That's the important thing. Well, do Blizz Rods? Nope. Snowballs do, and Liquid XP we can get, but enough to make the Cryotheum needed to Oh my. Well, we're going to start off small and go big if we need to. Alright, I'm not going to think about that right now. I'm just working out the logistics here, because we can make a ton of cryotheum if we need to. So I'm guessing that means that the resonant upgrade kit, this thing, pyrotheum dust does not have, lumium gears do, and durium ingots do not, lumium ingots do. Why does pyrotheum not have? Not that it's a problem, this... Why did blaze powder not have? Okay, blaze rods do, so that's easy. I mean, that's crazy, but it is easy enough to do. Go away, blueberry. Okay, then. So we're going to start off, I think, with just 8 of each of these machines for now. Yeah, you know what? Just for the sake of it. Boop. One of these factorizer does not actually need... Okay, so extract on green, insert on green, extract on brown, insert on brown. And then just configure this thing to input-output over there. Very good. So this guy here will just combine it into whatever. Okay then, I think, are we ready? Let's see, we still need matter transmitter to receive from the network. So let's go back over there. Actually, we don't need to, we can just, yeah. Not matter. Network. Been saying matter transmitter and receiver this whole time. And lag spike. What is it missing? It is missing a machine chassis. It is no longer missing machine chassis. It needs probably 2 destruction cores, 2 construction cores. Lever. Sign. Okay. So now here we are back over here. These importers can just go away. We want our transmitter over here. It needs a card, though. Yeah. That's right, we need to place the receiver where we want it, then get the card, and we're going to need a interdimensional upgrade, too. Work card. As well as a this thing, interdimensional upgrade, and it needs stuff. It needs quartz enriched iron. And an upgrade. So here's our network receiver. Right-click the card with it. Okay. Back over to the base. I can't believe I've kept this one clip going this long. Normally I cut by now, pause by now, lose my train of thought and have to gather it. Come on. Come on, guy. There we go. Okay. Back down over here. I just like to label things, so this guy over here is... Flux works. I cannot spell today. Okay, make it only function, only work with the signal. Pop this in here, this in there. Perfect. Out of curiosity, what's the power draw like these days? Not that I care too much about that. 1000 RF per tick for the infinity thing, plus another. So the majority of this is honestly just the network transmitter and wireless transmitters. Like the rest of this stuff, couldn't care about it. Neat. Alright, so now let's head back over to Fluxworks. Sorry about that, just checking my mic. It would suck if I'd been mute this whole time. Okay. So now, this thing is going, right? We need cable. We need exporters. And emeralds to teach it what to make. So, exporter over there, exporter over there, and that should be all we actually need. Right? Yeah. And then if we tell this thing emerald blocks, yep. And we don't need a whole lot, I don't think. I think we can just tell it emerald blocks, and it will fill up in the off time while we're designing this. Okay, pulverizer, fluid transposer, magma crucible, induction smelter. We'll leave the factorizers alone for right now. Back to the home. So now we need about a stack of these, and I want to try and be a little more precise, so let's just grab a stack of emerald blocks and see what happens. So pop this in here. I wish you could tell it only make X amount because, yep, because that. You know what, I'm going to go start duplicating this stuff and setting it up, because this should be fairly obvious what I'm doing here. And I've explained it already. Be right back. Oh boy. It has started. Already, you can sort of feel the frame drops too. Probably won't be a problem once we get away from here, but until we do. Which reminds me, we got a... Darn it, did I really build it on a chunk border? That sucks. Oh, okay, now it's chunk loaded. Rendering probably won't occur if we're not in the area, though. If I understand this chunk loading correctly, I could be mistaken. Anyways, this thing's just been on for a little bit, and already we have 17 blocks, so it does beat out what we made earlier. Caches hold 20,000 blocks, so I figure once that full, the other thing will also have made 5,000 by then, hopefully. If not, we can just empty it and let it keep going. So I figured that's as good a measurement stick as any. So let's explain what's going on here. Energy condenser, filled with emerald blocks, creates electrum, sends it to pulverizers. Pulverized electrum, goes into here for now. Fluid transposer plus redstone, makes fluxed electrum blend, which you cannot really see over here because these things are actually decently efficient. Right now the slowdown is we don't have a lot of destabilized redstone coming in, so these are all full. Some notes. Well, hold on, first finishing this. So, fluxed electrum blend plus sand, which we are getting with the energy condenser over here, which makes sand. Doesn't need a ton of emeralds to do it because sand has an EMC value of 1. Goes into here as temporary storage. Factorizer, which seems to be keeping up just fine. Fills up with fluxed electrum blocks. Creates fluxed electrum ingots. Creates fluxed electrum blocks. That's a tongue twister. Or maybe it's just my tongue. It looks like it works pretty much instantly, so unless we keep filling it up, I can't imagine there being a problem. So, some notes. It is impossible to duplicate these machines here with the upgrade kits already on them. I tried it with the Resonant one, and it just made blank duplicates, these things over here. It's also impossible to have them keep the augments on them, so these augments I have to duplicate. Good news is they have EMC, as do the reinforced conversion kits. The thing higher than that takes Cryothium, which does not have an EMC value, therefore I guess the pack maker didn't put an EMC value for the kit itself, which, you know, that's fine. So yeah, I'm probably just going to keep scaling this thing up until either the performance gets too bad or I feel like we're at a decent speed here. Again, this doesn't need to take a full episode. I'm fine with this running for like 5 episodes in the background. Just get it done eventually, right? What I should really be smart about doing, but I'm not doing, is getting this into the compressor immediately. In fact, you know what? Let's just... Here. Nope, that's a fluid conduit. And this isn't really the right wrench for it, but sure. So, extract always active, input, extract on brown always active, brown insert. Alright. 33 out of 240,000. No problem. Easy peasy. So yeah, I'm going to go try and scale some things up here. Like I said, I left room to grow so we can just grow upwards. The cabling's a bit of a mess, but it works. Top tier everything, so that won't be the slowdown. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go do that for a bit. Be right back. Oh yeah, in case I didn't mention it, I put the shield over there because I got tired of it being over there. Yay. Anyways, let me go get some more magma crucibles going. Be right back. Well, there goes my frame rate. Yep, can you feel that? Solid 15 frames per second. Good news, though. We go away from it, boom. Frames go all the way back up to like 50. You know what? I'm being very dumb here. If you're recording, always set your max frame rate in Minecraft settings to whatever you've locked your recording at. There's no reason for your computer to be making those extra frames if you're recording at, say, 30, like I am. So that should help performance a little bit around the place. But yeah, this is just gonna be bad. that is 64 tile entities in one chunk. Or actually spread out through a bunch of chunks, but even so, like... And each of these has their own inventory, energy buffer, that sort of thing. I don't know if the conduit can keep up. So... Here, you know what, let's give it its own dedicated energy cell. Do they have an EMC? They do, but I'm not going to bother duplicating. And then a conversion kit. Should be able to craft that, yeah? Yeah, beautiful. Like, it's not that bad if we're not looking at it. But the second we look at this thing... Oh my. And we just... flux... point... and throw it on the ground. Output network, and call this guy over here Flux. Flux, oh my goodness, F-O-U-X, works, number 2. Did not anticipate I'd need to have another one as a buffer, but that should do it. Yeah, now if we look at these things, they're full. Okay, that should help a little, that they don't constantly run low on power and have to calculate their speed based off the current power. I mean, they're going to do that anyways, but now that it's not different amounts. Okay, that was just a visual thing. So yeah, at this rate over here, I think this is just slightly more efficient than these fluid transposers. Yeah, this one's already starting to fill up. So it is slightly more efficient than the fluid transposers over here are running. The pulverizers are more than keeping up. They have filled up the small storage crate buffer over here. This buffer is also starting to fill up. Wow. So now we gotta up the induction smelters. Alright. Back to the slideshow. Be right back. So that's our rates. It's not bad. It's really not, is the thing. It's just a very tall order. Oh wow, this still isn't fast enough. That's the thing. We need to add more induction smelters. Alright, let's make that 4 blocks tall. Be right back. Yep. The frame rate is so dead. This thing isn't ready. Which one was that? That wasn't running. Oh, it's running now. Okay, so this thing just can't keep up with supplying the Fluxed Electrum, because these over here are running? Oh no, I just realized something. If these are filling up, that means pretty soon the backlog is going to be that we need more fluid transposers. Because right now they're barely supplying enough, we're barely supplying enough redstone. Yeah, oh, this monster. We have created a beast we must now feed. On the upside, 900 blocks so far, and, you know, decent rates. I ended up making 4 factorizers because one of them was starting to jam up, because these things do have a operating speed and it can't really be improved. So we'll just stack them up as we need them, but we probably won't need them that badly. Yeah, sand is good. We started to run low on sand in these things, so I've upgraded that. I've just been upgrading like a little madman over here. Power seems to be keeping up alright, I think. I don't know. Like these things, the resonant energy cells can only output up to 25,000 RF per tick, which isn't bad. Like, it's actually more power per tick than I'm really gonna ever need. Yeah. Okay, let's go do something else, because I'm really starting to get a headache from just the low frame rates and stuff. I guess let's just stick the machines in there. Red print. Actually, give me that red print back. Cool thing about the red print, if you have it, here, I guess I'll read it for you. Use on sneaking to erase, use on a device, just right click on it to copy settings, and use an offhand to automatically use when placing a block. So if I wanted these induction smelters to have the same configurations instead of having to configure each one manually, just use that, and it's cool. And it really is very helpful for automation tasks like this. Yeah, I guess, hey, it's a resource sink, right? This is what I wanted, but once you get to this point in the game, it really starts to, like, lag out badly if you're not careful, and I'm starting to do that, so... we're going to be very careful and try not to, like, break the game. Because I hate it when I'm watching a series and it doesn't finish properly. Like, it just sort of stops off somewhere and, nope, that's it, we're done. No more episodes. If you're lucky, the guy even tells you why he did it. Sometimes they just quit and start a new thing and never tell you. I don't want to do that, so... for the next half of this episode, again, I'm not sure how long this has been running, but I'd imagine we're about halfway done. I figured let's take a look at some more quests. Working on the Infinity Catalyst. Power generation I don't care about. Did this. Just some crafting. It's really just the portable battery and Chaos Guardian quests. Tome of Knowledge. What was the Tome of Knowledge? Not that I need it. Stores experience. Oh, okay. Okay. Any other uses for Endest Pearls I should know about? Okay, so Tome of Knowledge isn't available till you get the Transmutation Tablet. And we're going to need 2 of them. Does the Transmutation Tablet have an EMC value? It does. Okay, so we can just duplicate it. Same with the table. Gaia Spirit Ingots do not. That's fine. Infinity Ingots do not. HDPE sheets do not. But looking at this, it doesn't look that bad. I've never used the PRC before, but oxygen can be produced fairly easily. And this ethylene over here, it's just the rotary condensator plus, you know, then this thing, biofuel, which is EMCable. Just run cactus through a crusher, for example. Water is easy, and that produces ethylene on this substrate, which you can use to make more ethylene, or more oxygen, I think. I don't know. Or this stuff here. Again, I really don't know. You can make more substrate with that. I don't know. So it sounds complicated, but I've done Mechanism up to 3 times ore processing before, so I've used like some of the stuff, and I think it won't be that bad. Alrighty then. Any other quests we want to look out for? No, we're really closing in on some of these. I guess let's go see if we have enough things to make the Tier 3 Void Ore Miner. Yep. Because this has been running for a while. Here, we want some Draconium anyways. Actually, let's go check the purple lasers, see how they're doing. I don't know, it's nice sometimes to just take a break, come back here, and see what loots we have. So, Chironite. I keep calling it Cryonite, but it's Chironite. We have enough. Tier 3. Right? What am I missing? Should be around here somewhere, right? Void. Oh, wait, we had it in our inventory. I'm dumb. Maybe? Yeah, go do that for a bit. So if we grab our assembler and we whack this. 56 structure frame tier 3. Okay. Tier 3. Missing lapis? No, we're not. Silly thing. I should teach it to uncompress those blocks I threw in here, but no, I'll be fine. Tier 3. 3. No. Don't make controllers. Silly person. Grr. I hate that. That's a really... I feel like that OK cancel and start should be in different locations. If the mod author of Environmental Tech should ever see this, first off, I don't like the recent changes where it needs the different tiers, but I can understand why. But cancel start, well, I guess that's refined storage now. Cancel start should be in the other place. Structure panels. Okay, we need 52 of these, it said. And we're missing iron. No, we are not. Good grief, game. Must I tell you everything? Okay, anything else? Null modifier, laser core. So here, laser lens. Laser core. Null modifier. I know there's better modifiers, but we'll be fine for now. Oh my goodness. It is time. Let me go set this thing... Hold on a second. I thought the stabilized redstone was glitched. Let me go set this thing up. Be right back. Oh boy. They get pretty big at this level, don't they? Come on, give me the Ionite. I deserve it. Just one more. One thing. I gave it a crystal laser focus, so, you know, hopefully it does its thing. And yeah. Like, if this was the final tier, I would think it's acceptable, right? Because you can get the purple stuff from any tier. You can get the purple crystals, the Erodium, whatever this is called. Erodium, yeah. You can get it from the green stuff. So, okay, tier 2s are fairly accessible, especially if you set up a whole bunch of green ore miners, and green ones are easy enough to make because it's craftable. But, like, I gotta spam tier 3s, which means I gotta spam tier 2s just to get to the tier 3s, and it goes all the way up to 6? You kidding me there? Just, nah, not doing it. So I'll consider tier 3 or even a tier 4 proper thing. And I want, if it comes down to me thinking the pack is finished versus people saying that, hey, you need to do those solar panel quests for power generation, then I'm gonna say, nah, I'm fine. All you need is the solar array itself, though, so the panels, at least, you can use the cheap ones. But if you look at the solar, here, where is it? Like that. You need the solar cells themselves. So that's Chironite, that's more Chironite. It's a thing. Yeah, I have no desire to do that. And it only gets worse, like, all the way through. And I don't care that it's super powerful and super great and I should be doing it or whatever. It's just not worth it. Especially not when, hey, Palladium. That's right, we're missing a thing. Alright, but the accuracy modifier is unlocked. I just wish I knew how it worked. That's right, I'm thinking of the different tier. We're not actually there yet. Resistance, need these for the solar cells. There's a regeneration modifier we could get. But I wanted the saturation. Holy smokes, we're nowhere close to done. Grr. And it has no EMC value. Are two sounds going off at once? That silly double playing thing. Yeah, it's mute music. Whatever. Or maybe there's the sound of me running across the thing. I don't care. It's also the sound of me really not caring anymore about environmental tech. Like, it sounded so cool when I started it, but here we are, like, a dozen episodes later, and it's just not worth it. Alright, I don't want to end off the episode on that bad note, though. Hey, cool. It's emptying the emeralds from the system, I think. So let's go look at Draconic. Yeah, we have tons of Draconium again. Well, I say again, but we never really didn't have it, except for one point. So here, let's go toss these in here. I love how I said one day I'm going to make a room for this, and then I just stick it over here. But you know what? It's fine. We have hearts, so we can do dragon hearts again. Awakened Draconium, that is. And I want to get the Staff of Power. The Staff if Power. Staff if Power. So that is the Draconic Pickaxe, the Draconic Sword, and the Draconic Shovel. And each of these things is the Wyvern stuff, plus an Awakened Core, a Draconic Energy Core, which is a bunch of these Wyvern Energy Cores. And each of these is like just Wyvern Energy Cores and Wyvern Cores. Core. And we're missing Draconium and Diamonds. How are we missing Diamonds? Answer, we aren't. I really just need to teach the system the difference. Yoink. Here, put this back. How many stars do we have? That's enough. Core. Energy core. How much for one of these? You know what? Let's go teach the system how to make one of these. Core. I'm guessing you could probably teach a refined storage or applied energistic system how to make different things, but I don't care that much. Not different things. How to make, how to use fusion crafting, like auto fusion crafting. I imagine that's a thing, but I have no clue how, so I don't care. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, doesn't matter. Alright, so, Wyvern. We want the Sword of the Wyvern. We want the Shovel of the Wyvern. And the pick of the wyvern, too. Although I think we have a diamond pick in storage, yeah. Okay, then we gotta upgrade each of these to their thing. So that's awakened cores. Hold on. So these things over here are just 4 of these and 1 of these, and awakened draconium. These things over here are awakened draconium, and 4 of those, plus a nether star. Core. So we're going to need 16 of these just for the awakened cores. Plus we're going to need awakened stuff itself, which is just hearts, draconium blocks themselves. What else? I think it was... yeah, just regular cores. So, was it 6 cores? Yeah, 6 cores. 6 times 3 is 12, 18 core. Okay, then. Let me go... should I grind stuff off camera? I don't know. Like, this is the type of thing where I could easily just do the entire quest off camera. And say, hey, did the thing off camera, and be done with it. What am I doing wrong here? These are wyvern cores. I need draconic cores. How long does this take? Yeah, that's too long. I'm gonna cut here. Be right back. Alright. Draconic pickaxe, sword, and shovel ready to go. I've gotten all the ingredients together. How much draconium is left in the system? Not a whole lot, like I thought, yeah. Which is fine, though. I have also upgraded our power transmission to fusion crafting. We now have these draconic ones. The original ones were the basics. These can transfer 64 million RF per tick, which should be enough to power all the fusion crafting we need for a while. So that's the pickaxe. Here's the sword. I've also redid the automation a little bit better. Now the strongbox and clock are up here and a little more accessible and also out of the way, so they look nice, that sort of thing. So let's see, what do we need to get the pickaxe, the staff itself? We need 3 more of these and 1 more awakened core. We have this, I think. Don't we have the awakened core? Maybe. I could have no, wait, that's right, it's down over there. I accidentally made 4 of the things necessary. And then in terms of quests, how much does this flux capacitor cost? Alright, core. Can we make 1 of these? We are missing draconium. That's fine. Okay. And then... oh, this is such a bad idea. No. Here we go. Use of this. It needs 5 of these, 1 of these, and the shovel and thing. Okay. So let's see, 3, oh, that was 2 of them. I know I'm mumbling to myself, I apologize. So 5 of these. Here's your sword, here's your shovel, here's your pick. Start. Yeah, see how fast that charges now? It's beautiful. So we need more draconium. And again, well no, I looked it up. I need to deconstruct tier 4 or better dimwits, which I don't have, and I don't really know how I'm going to get a large quantity of. Or I just make an Enderman farm and just keep opening the loots that they drop. The loots! Not a lot of draconium, guys, gonna be honest here. I was hoping for a lot more. Blocks. Draconium. Okay, that's not bad. Ooh! I think we already emptied these, but they're already restocking. Any draconium? Yep, there we go. This is not it. This is not. How's this looking? A decent amount of platinum, all things considered. Eh. Like, I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna take even more, is the ridiculous thing. Like, I don't even think I can make the tier 4 controller yet, much less the blocks necessary for it. So that should make enough draconium for us to get the basic cell, basic battery, and maybe even the advanced one. Let's take a look, though. Our Staff of Power is ready and waiting. Oh, boy. So look at this thing. it, much like the rest of the mod, it's big, gratuitous, and pretty ridiculous. You can upgrade all these things over here. Probably dig speed and dig area of effect is what I'm going to do. I could care less about the attack, honestly, because we got this thing for now. But yeah, this is a sword, this is a shovel, this is a pick, all in one. So let's take a look. You can adjust the attack radius. We're going to keep it down to 0 for now so I don't kill something. Area of effect safe mode. Will not break anything if it attacks a tile entity. This way you don't actually chew up half your base, like it says over there. Dig area of effect, we're going to keep it to a 1x1 for now, though it can go to 5x5. There's a junk filter. MBT sensitivity. Dig speed modifier. Show dig area of effect. Dig depth. Junk filter. Very cool. Actually, this is kind of annoying. Can we configure this, I wonder? Maybe shrink it down to 50%? See how that looks. Yeah, that's readable, I think. Full, toggle hidden. Okay. Yeah, I can read that. So, it's another keybind I have to do, but you can create a tool profile. So say I wanted something that was purely pickaxe, it has a huge area of effect for when I go to my mining world. But then when I get home, obviously, I don't want to dig up half my base if I accidentally right-click something, right? Or left-click something. So you press whatever key you have, and that switches the profiles. And I believe you can have up to 5 different profiles on it, so there's a couple modes you can use, which is cool. I've used this thing before. It's alright, I guess. Whoa. Kind of trippy over there. Yeah. Okay, our Draconium should be finished processing, so let's try and get that battery quest out of the way, then I'll call the episode. Draconium. Nope. And just pop it up over here, into there. Plenty of Awakened now, though. Like, we have a full stack of Awakened Draconium. Use it for the reactor, which we're not doing today, I don't think. Use it for these. The magnet, Awakened Draconium seeds are a thing. And the Dimension Builder. And yeah, they give you Awakened Draconium Essence, which can be used to make nuggets. Oh my. Well, that's somewhat scary to think about when you realize just how much it doesn't give you. But you can automate it, so that's a thing. Okay, so we want the battery? Nope. Let's just look it up. Draconic. The Draconic chest? Deal with that later. I don't need it, really. It's a chest and a furnace and some crafting tables. Where is it? Here it is. The flux capacitor. So, in order to make this, we need cores. I believe it's one of these. And that's not what I want. And 4 of these. And now if we go flux capacitor. Boom. So that holds power. It's a big battery. We kind of have wireless power transfer already going, so it's kind of worthless to us, but whatever. And you can upgrade this. Core. Yeah, because we need a pattern for this. Do you think we can craft them? Wow. Alright, that's a lot of tedious microcrafting I didn't want to do. Yeah, just 4 of these, 1 of these, and some of these. Do we have another Awakened core around here somewhere? No, we're missing the Awakened core. Okay, so that's what? A star plus cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what else? And Awakened. Alright, cool. Let's go get that going. That should be good. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that they added that. That's a very nice quality of life thing. So how long does this take to craft? Yep, it's much faster now. These get sent the energy they need much faster. Boom. Just super great. Crafting still takes the same amount of time regardless of how long it took to charge up, but back in Sky Factory 3, when flux networks was still relatively unknown, it was a lot harder to figure out how you were supposed to power the darn thing, because a lot of people would use thermal expansions, cryostabilized flux ducts for infinite RF transfer. Boop, Draconic flux capacitor. And the crazy thing, this can be upgraded. Like, it can hold over, I think, 1 or 2 billion RF, if I am not mistaken. I could be, though. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So it can hold a whole ton all by itself. Flux blocks, there's quartz, chance cubes, okay, garbage. At this point, I don't think this could give me anything other than like an infinity ingot that I don't already have. So that's a thing. Oh boy, we'll have to test this thing out in the next episode, though. Before we sign off, though, and I realize I keep saying I'm going to sign off and then I go do something else and get distracted, but I want to check on the neutronium because I'm considering upgrading our production for the neutronium. So I haven't checked on this at all during today's episode, and we're still at 30-ish. That was 30 after we had already eaten a whole bunch, though, in order to craft up the neutronium compressor, that sort of thing. So that took... Oh no, no, magnet, turn off. Don't want to fill up on mob drops. So that's a thing. I might just, like, craft up stacks on stacks of those, stick them in a dimension somewhere, and chunk load the darn thing. Because there's no real way of producing them other than the neutronium compressors, which are stupidly slow, and no real way of speeding up the neutronium compressors. I don't know. I'll have to think of something. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.